One moment, we are ready to go any moment now. We are ready. Hey guys, how you going? It's down BKR Sport. We are here for the, gee whiz, I'm all over the shop right now, the Australian Open as Ash Barty. I was about to say Ash, and then I went to say Australian Open, and that's why I was like, I don't know, we're all over the shop, but Australian Open, we're into the second round now, and Ash Barty will be taking on Bronzetti from Italy. Now, Bronzetti was actually a shock second round entrant after she took down Goracheva, which was a pretty difficult one for her. She obviously had to go the full 3 sets there, lost the first set to Goracheva, who's from Russia, lost 6-3, but then won 6-2, 6-3, and Bronzetti is a qualifier. So, yeah, usually you don't see the qualifiers, unless they're going up against other qualifiers, make it into that second round, but look, Bronzetti's here, and, good on her. But however, Ash Barty should be getting the W here. Ash Barty should be taking this one pretty easily, and realistically, it should probably be another 6-0, 6-1 kind of game, which is exactly what Ash Barty did the other day against Tsurenko from the Ukraine. 6-0, 6-1. We did stream that game. It was very easy for Ash. Yes, look, she's got a few things that she needs to work out, but in the same sense, Ash Barty is a clear favourite here. I think she's the obviously she's number 1 ranked in the world, but she's also the very clear favourite by a long way to Naomi Osaka, who is in second. Now, obviously, they would find a way to play each other in the 4th round if they were to get there, but I would safely assume that Ash Barty should be able to get through this one here and push on, because Bronzetti, although Bronzetti is a decent player in her own right, she's still coming through, and it's going to be difficult to take down the number 1 seeded player, especially at home, and with all the criticism that Ash Barty does face, that she doesn't necessarily win as many Grand Slams as she should. I think she's got a point to prove right now, and she's going to be able to slap it up here today, and hopefully win at 6-0, 6-1. But guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. Let me know your thoughts about the tournament so far. We've got another 2 games here today, actually. We're going to be doing the Johnny Millman versus Zverev one tonight, which is going to be a great game. Hopefully Millman can surprise, obviously, but I do believe that Zverev is, he's my favourite to win it all. I've called Zverev to win it all since the start. I think that I actually personally believe that Kyrgios might knock out Medvedev tomorrow in the second round. That's going to be an interesting game. Can't wait to stream that one. But yeah, obviously Johnny Millman goes up against Zverev tonight, which we'll be streaming. And there's also the Vukic game. Vukic will be taking on someone tonight. I can't remember who it is, but that game will be on at about 5:40 p.m. So definitely am keen for that one. But let's get in this, baby. Come on, Ash Barty, baby. Come on, the Aussies. Justin Sunderland says, a Barty party, get around Barty party. J.A. says, and half Muppet. Who's half Muppet? I don't know who we're talking about here. You talking about me? You talking about you? Who are we talking about here? Half Muppet, I'm not too sure. I can't see the other comment there. But we're about probably, I would say, maybe 10 minutes away here from Barty getting underway. I think that, look, she's very good, and she obviously is number 1 for a reason, but it just, I think, comes down to maybe getting into her own head later on down the line. I think in the US Open it was, when Raducanu won, if she had taken on Raducanu, which she would have faced later on, I believe she would have beaten her. So the thing is, I just think she just unfortunately puts herself too ahead of where she already is, or she just unfortunately does choke, which people are able to do. I back her in. I love everything that Barty does, but I just would like her to see her win more. I do want to see her win more than what she's been doing. And I believe that she's good enough to be winning more than what she's been doing. And that's just a fact, really. That's just a fact. It's a beautiful day there in Melbourne right now. Obviously, they've got the roof on top anyway, but it's absolutely stunning day there in Melbourne right now. So let me know what you reckon the sets are going to be. Like, how well do you think Barty will win, or do you think we could see a shock? If you think there's going to be a shock, I would bet on it, because that would be big odds. And that would be really, really big odds there. Tatum Cole says, come on, the Barty. I'm going to say, I truly might say 6-0, 6-0. I might say it. I might go 6-0, 6-0 here. I think that, yeah, look, it was all great that Bronzetti beat Goracheva, but I still think that Bronzetti's going to be able to slap, Barty's going to be able to slap Bronzetti here and really progress and get a solid foundation behind her Australian opening first round and second round. Actually, I'm not too sure who she would play next. I was just on the screen. Let's go back there. I'm going to go have a look-ski here we're allowed to think like this, guys. Like, it's all good for you, me, and the people watching, the fans watching, to be thinking ahead of the game. But for her, it's not. For her, it's not. She has to be thinking about this game right here, because this is something that Kyrgios does quite a bit too, mind you. But the other game that she'll be playing, whoever wins this game, let's go and throw that one out there. Whoever wins this game will be taking on the winner of a game that's going on right now, actually, which is Martinova versus Georgie. Georgie is number 30 ranked and from Italy, and Martinova, she is from, I believe that's Czech. But Georgie right now is up 6-2 in that first set. She won that one, and it's 5-5 in the second set right now. So, yeah, look, that might be interesting, but that probably is going to go to a tiebreaker there. Obviously, I do think Georgie will win, because that is a seeded player there. That is the number 30 seeded player. But then again, we've seen plenty of seeded players get knocked out by lower ranked opposition, man. We have seen it so far. Ryan Zagler says, let's go, Barty. Yeah, baby, Barty, party. Let's get it going. Barty, baby, Barty. About 5 minutes to go here, 5 minutes to go. And then I want to see on the other side, so who would she play after this? I'm trying to work out her draw right now in the way that it does draw down. So she would then play more than likely. Oh, that's right. No, in the fourth round, that's right, when she would play more than likely Naomi Osaka, unless Bencic is able to take down Anisimova, and then also Naomi Osaka, then she might be taking on Bencic there. And then after that one, you would be seeing more than likely Sakari from Greece. Sakari, or there is Kuranetova or Pegula. I would say probably Sakari, though. She's number 5. She'll get through Zhang, who is a qualifier. You've got Kuranetova, who is number 28, going up against Rus. She'll play there, but then Sakari will more than likely beat Kuranetova. Pegula should beat Pera, and then between Zanevska and Paredes Diaz, I would probably take Zanevska there. But either way, they'll probably get beaten by Pegula. But then again, I'm looking at the rankings and making my decision based on the seedings and whatnot. But overall, you know, besides Naomi Osaka, there really isn't a great deal that I believe. Like, I just heard the commentary talking about Badosa. Badosa was just playing just now, and she won a pretty easy game there. Badosa won a pretty easy game just now, which puts her into the third round, which is good for her. But I don't, like, Badosa is ranked number 8. Who was she actually playing just then? That's right, it was Trevisan, who was a qualifier. And she did make it a little bit more difficult for herself than you would imagine. But yeah, she did win that one 6-0 and 6-3 in the end. Was able to slap that one down. And I guess maybe if I'm going to look at somebody else that could create a bit of trouble, might be obviously Halep. And also, you got to not count out Emma Raducanu as well. You know, we haven't seen much of her yet. All she's done is she's won the US Open, which was fantastic. You know, she was able to get that W. We haven't seen much of her. You know, we don't know if she's overrated, underrated, or rated. You know, we don't know if she's as good as everyone is assuming, because, you know, she's a good player, but we want to see her really move down into those finals so we can see what she's really made of. I can't really make my decision based off one solid tournament, which she did win, but you can't really base it off of just a one solid tournament. Sniper Scars says, go Barty! Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir! Looking forward to it. Come on. Well, let me just pause this so it's not so bad. There we go, perfect. Alright, beautiful day, man. You can't get better than that. Surprised there's not much of a crowd here. Like, I understand it's 1:30 on a Wednesday, but I'm surprised there's not much of a crowd here right now for the old Ash Barty. Because school's not on, isn't it? I don't think school wouldn't be on until, I don't think, later into the month. I think it's like 28th or whatnot. Obviously, it would be a working day, though, so that might be the reason there. But here they come. They're coming out into the court now. Let's get it going. Come on. Let's get it going here. So Barty is looking to. When did she get knocked out last year? Actually, last year. Let's go. Ash Barty 2021. What was the round she got knocked out in last year? Wimbledon singles. Was it the round 4 or quarter final? It could have been the quarter final. It was no, not that one. Australian Open 2021. It was the quarter final against Muchova. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Because she took down Rogers, she took down Alexandrova, Gavrilova, and Kovanic very easily, and then she got to that one against Muchova and won the first set 6-1, but then lost 6-3 and 6-2, which is really not great there. You know, she started off so well, but then for some reason wasn't able to keep going with it. I remember watching that one and being very confused that she just kind of seemed to completely lose her way in that second set, and then obviously the third set was even worse, and yeah, she lost that one. So hopefully she's able to do it different this time. I think she'll be a lot more prepared this time, and hopefully she slaps it down. So yeah, this was meant to start about 20 minutes ago, but because that Badosa game went a little bit longer than expected, because what's her name, the competitor Trebisani, I think it was, she was able to take her to at least 3 games in that second set, because I think they were expecting it to be a 6-0, 6-0. But overall, their timing is kind of off in this tournament. Like it really is a lot earlier than it's probably going to be. Every single game so far has been pretty much delayed because obviously the game before is going to even just to a straight 2-setter or even a straight 3-setter in the men's. Obviously we saw Nick Kyrgios win last night, which was unbelievable. That was a great, I thought Lucia Bronzetti was actually pretty decent, man, but obviously Kyrgios was just that little bit better. Sinister says, just figured to stop in by to say, what's up, LA mate, how we doing? Looking forward to tomorrow, better get around the Bulls against the Cavs, but then again, I did notice that the the NBA has put us on primetime against the Bucks on Friday, which is very frustrating considering we have a whole team out right now. So, but the NBA hates us and they want to embarrass us. We're good on them. They can lead the entire NBA into a false sense of security. But it's all good. It's all good. We've got the Cavs game tomorrow, and that'll be a good one. Hopefully, we're able to. It's a bad matchup for us, though, to be honest with you. It is a bad matchup for us there, Sinister. But alrighty, here we go. Come on. We'll do a bit of a warm-up, and then we'll be underway. I'm taking 6-0, 6-0, man. I am. I'm thinking that she might. I know it's the second round, and I know the competition is a little bit better, but I think that Ash Barty is going to be too strong for her, man. She's too clinical. She is just genuinely too good. She's too good for any of the lower ranked, and obviously this one is a qualifier, which means that she is very, very low ranked. Let's go have a look at her actual rank on the world circuit. Let's go have a look at her actual rank on the world circuit here in Bronzetti. Bronzetti ranking. Let's go have a look here. Bronzetti ranking 145. Yeah, so she's ranked number 145. Bronzetti has a career high WTA singles ranking of 145 achieved on the 27th of September 2021. So this is right now. Her current ranking is 148. Sorry, so she's actually dropped 3 spots. She's actually dropped 3 spots since her highest spot of 145 on the 27th of September last year. So she's dropped off a little bit, but. One second here, let's go, this is actually her longest tournament, if it's saying. Grand Slam single results, how old is she? She must be quite young then. She must be quite young coming through the system, Bronzetti age here. She is 23 years old. Yeah, she's got plenty of time, man. This is going to be a good learning experience for her, man. This is going to be a very good learning experience for her. 23 years of age, 1.73 meters, plays with the right hand, 142 WTA rank. So, she's 6 spots better than what Google says. Career results, a 6-5 win-loss record with prize money of 130,000. You can't complain with that. You can't complain with nice little 130k there. 23 years of age. I know a lot of 23-year-olds who definitely have not got 130,000 from what they've been doing. So, it's really good. Obviously, if you're qualifying for this, like just this second round, I believe it's 240k just for being here. So Ash Barty's 1.65 meters. Obviously, she's only 25 years of age too. Both plays in Ipswich, which is why I'm wearing my Queensland shirt right now. Win-loss record of 198 and 73. Prize money 21 mil, 665,000. And obviously is the number 1 ranked in the world. But what was I going to do here? What was I checking? I completely forgot. Patty says John Millman has a big match tonight. Yeah, I'm doing the Millman versus Zverev match, and I'm also doing the Vukic match, which is a little bit later on too at 5:40 p.m. So we've got this game, we've got the Vukic game, and then we do have the Johnny Millman versus Zverev. I think that's going to be a big stream tonight. Everyone's going to be watching that one. And then tomorrow, when does Kyrgios play Medvedev? Do you guys know what time that is tomorrow night in Australia? I'm not too sure. So this is the first meeting between these two players. So Bronzetti, you're about to get a welcoming to the party, son. You're about to get a welcoming to the party. That's what I was going to check, how much money you get for the second round. So for qualifying the first round, you get 103,000. For the second round, it's 154,000. And then the third round is 221,000. Fourth round, 328,000. Then you get to the quarterfinals, which is 538,500. The semifinals is 895,000. And then if you get to the final, if you're a loser, you get 1.75 million, which is like, I'm not really a loser, but the winner will get 2.875 million, which is just very significant. Ryan Zago says, I have a feeling Kyrgios will beat Medvedev tomorrow night. I believe it. I'm not guaranteeing it, but I definitely believe you could be onto something there, man. I definitely believe that you're probably going to be looking at it. I'm a big believer in Kyrgios when he's got his mind on straight, man. And Obviously, Kyrgios is the type of guy that just needs to keep his head, in the game and not fall away from it. Obviously, last night, he wavered a little bit and Brody was able to keep it relatively tight for the most part. Not going to lie, Brody was better than people were giving him credit for. But obviously, Kyrgios still won very comfortably in the end there, 6-4, 6-4, and 6-3, I think it was. Ryan's like, that's right. Patty Cat says, what about Evan Raducanu getting a W last night? Yeah, what I was saying before, man, is that I'm looking forward to seeing her progress into the tournament. She's on the other side of Ash Barty too, which means she won't have to come up against Barty until much later because Barty's got Osaka, collision path for Osaka in round number 4. So it's good for Raducanu because she needs to really get to those quarterfinals and whatnot, just so that everyone doesn't see her as that one tournament girl and that one tournament player, which is what a lot of people have been saying. People just really jump on the wagon of a hate wagon early days and kind of want to put someone either in their place as we haven't seen her yet, which is what you should do, or a lot of people are saying, like, she's not that good, she's overrated. It's like, well, you haven't really seen her yet, so how do you know she's overrated? Yeah, she won that one tournament, but in the same sense, she's still a very good player, and she won last night over Sloane Rogers. So yeah, Patty Cat says, Kyrgios, after coming back from COVID, looked great last night. He looked great in regards to his serves, yes. He made a few mistakes here and there, but in the same sense, it was the first round, man, and I was expecting him to look a little bit worse because of the fact that it was COVID. He hadn't really had enough training going into it. We all know he's got good enough training, but enough kind of warm. He didn't have a warm-up tournament like everybody else does in Australia with the Melbourne or the Adelaide International, the Brisbane International, Sydney and whatnot. So, yeah, he wasn't able to get that warm-up like normal tennis players do get. But alrighty, guys, here we go. They've done the warm-ups here, and Barty about to take on Bronzetti for a spot in the third round, which she'll take on in 2 days' time, which is, like I said, against the winner of the game going on right now between Martinkova and Georgie, and it's going to be Georgie because it's 6-2 in that first set and 6-6 right now, tiebreaker, but Georgie is up 4-1 in the tiebreaker there, so I'm assuming that Georgie is going to be the one progressing into that third round. So that's what it's looking like. So it's looking like Ash Barty's going to take on an Italian here and then an Italian there and knock them both out, get around it. Sorry, Italy, I know what happened in 2006 and we don't forgive you. So it's going to happen right now. Jay Hayes says, imagine losing and still banking over 1 mil. Tough job. Yeah, 1.5 mil. Losing the final and getting 1.5 mil and then knowing that you're about to already qualify for the next one, which I believe is the US Open. But alrighty, Ash Barty here to serve up first. Slap it down with a nice one early. Good shot. That's going to be fault. Damn it, man. Damn it, man. Damn it. Sorry, I'm going to get rid of this because now I know what's about to happen. I've got to get rid of that because it's unfortunately about 30 seconds in front of me. Good serve there. Barty with the forehand across the body. Hopefully she really kind of holds it down. Oh, that's out. That's going to be a love 15 here. Jack Dempsey says, are you going to stream Devon Orr game tomorrow, Blaze, if the time is all right? I'm going to be, as long as it's not on during the Chicago Bulls versus Cavaliers game, I obviously, will do, as long as it's also not on during the Nick Kyrgios game. So definitely will be doing Kyrgios versus Medvedev. That is a massive, massive game there, Kyrgios versus Medvedev. That is a huge game. Good serve there from Barty. Forehand down the line, beautiful. Yep, nice. James, I'm guessing you won't be streaming the cricket tonight? No. The only BBL I'll do now is the finals. I have no interest really in the BBL this year too much. Unfortunately, it's just not really. COVID ruined it, man. COVID ruined the BBL season for me. Patty Cat says, did you hear about the Netflix doc on the tennis season this year? No, I haven't. What is it about? Obviously, it's about tennis, but like, what's it meant to be covering? Is it just like the two of? Is it like somebody's specific perspective or good serve there from Barty? Right forehand straight down. Ooh, bad backhand there. So 15-30 here. Barty's starting off a little bit shaky here against Bronzetti. A little bit shaky in the opening 3 points. Following the players. Oh, so not like a specific player. It's not like a specific one. It's just like in general throughout the tour. Okay. Well, we're going to see one about Djokovic, won't we, in that series? Well, that will be covered extensively about the Australian Open. There'll be a full-on episode. A full-on 2 episodes about the Australian Open and Djokovic. So 30-30 here. Gina says it will be nice if Kyrgios beat Medvedev. Absolutely. I believe it will happen. Truly, I believe it will happen. I believe Kyrgios will win tomorrow night. But I think that's the worst time to be playing Kyrgios and Medvedev. I think if any time you want to play him is probably those quarterfinals onwards. You don't want to be playing him too early because Kyrgios will normally progress. Ooh, bad shot return there from Bronzetti. So Barty here with the game point. Like what Netflix does for F1 with Drive to Survive. Yeah, I haven't really watched that. I'm not really obviously into my car racing too much. When I'm there, I love it because the sounds and the noises and whatnot and the atmosphere, but I can't really watch it at home, no. Paddy Cass says, so Netflix is in Melbourne right now. Yep, Netflix definitely would have a crew there in Melbourne right now doing that. Good serve from Barty. Come and slap it down the line. Straight down the middle. Bad shot. That's going to be 40-40 here. Barty's struggling early days right now, man. She's struggling in early days to get a hold of her serve. Ryan Zucker says, Bronzetti's best moment, leading 30-15 to the world number 1. Yeah, well, she's not doing too bad, man. But then again, Barty is giving her freebie points. That's a good serve there. And she's got it done there. Absolutely great. Great open-ended forehand. Wow-wee. Open-ended forehand that just goes straight down the Gatarunos. Let's go, let's go. Why is this stopping and starting so much? I don't know why. Don't know why it's stopping and starting so much. Not too sure, but it's alright. So she's got the advantage here of Barty. Let's get this party rocking. It definitely feels like if this is the way this game's going to go, it could definitely be a 6-3, 6-4 kind of deal here for Barty. Oh, she's aced her. Woo! That's a good ace there. So Barty will lead 1-0 here. Barty leads 1-0 after the first one. She aces her to finish us off there with the advantage. Jack Dempsey says, I would love to see Kyrgios win, but I think Medvedev will win an epic 4-set match. Well, it wouldn't be an epic 4-set match. It would be epic if it was 5 sets. I wouldn't really call any 4-set match an epic. I wouldn't really call any 4-set match an epic, mate. That would need to go to 5 sets. But in the same sense, look, Medvedev's a great player, man. But I don't think he's going to be able to cope with the audacity that Nick has in regards to taking his shots and putting you on the back foot with his personality and with his energy and with the crowd last night. Like, people were thinking that he was getting booed. He wasn't getting booed. That was the Sue meme that was going on there. That's what was happening. It wasn't... I think it was just all the older generation was like, oh, Nick Kyrgios is getting booed. Finally, the young kids are starting to dislike him. It's like, no, mate, that's not what's happening. They're actually supporting him by doing that. They're actually kind of getting behind him there. And that's what... I don't know if Kyrgios has come out. I think Kyrgios might have come out and said something about that. But, yeah, I think all the older generation just deeped it and thought that it was something that it wasn't. Because it was just literally the Ronaldo Sue. Ryan Zagos says Nick Kyrgios has the fastest serve this tournament. Yes, he does. Yeah, Milos Raonic isn't here, so Nick Kyrgios definitely does have the fastest serve. Come on, Barty. Forehand down the line. Beautiful. Good return there from Bronzetti. And good open-ended deep shot there from Barty. Oh, that's a strong hit. Now slam that down, slam that down, slam it down. Oh, wow. Good return from Bronzetti. And it's going to go out. But still a good return. I'm impressed with Bronzetti's returns, man. It's not like she's just laying down here to the number 1. She's, she's getting it back there, and she was able to still put it back over the net. Unfortunately, it went too far, but Bronzetti's not exactly been terrible to open up here. And that's going to be too far there. This is when I mean epic, I mean like tiebreak in every set. I doubt it. If it goes to a tiebreak, I would assume that Kyrgios will probably be able to get that too, to be fair. I'm not too sure what you're basing that on in regards to that prediction. Like, I get it, it's a prediction. Like, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm not too certain what you're basing that on because Nick Kyrgios has a great record in regards to tiebreakers. It's just that fifth set that he doesn't really have a good stronghold over. That's the only... Bronzetti nearly got it back over, but Barty too strong here. 30. I love 30 here. Love 30. Yeah, but tiebreakers are usually Nick Kyrgios' bread and butter there when it comes to, those nerve-wracking clutch moments. He's very clutch in that regards, but I just don't think he has that stamina when it comes down to those really long games that goes 5 sets. So if it goes to 5 sets, he'll either win it and then probably lose the next round, or he might lose it there. I would prefer it to only go to 4, but, Medvedev is the number 1 ranked player in this tournament right now. That's going to be a fault there for Bronzetti. That's a fault. Love 30. And that's a good... Oh, no, double fault. Wow. All right. Well, you can't be given the number 1 ranked... you can't be given the number 1 ranked player in the world double faults, man. You can't be doing that. Ryan Zargo says, has Nick Kyrgios actually beaten Nadal and Djokovic? I heard you say it on the Kyrgios vs. Brody stream last night. Djokovic, he hasn't lost to. He's won both games against him. It's 2-0 against Djokovic, and against Nadal, I think it's 4-3. Which is in Kyrgios' favour, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, there we go. So easy one there for Barty. A lot easier than her first service game. So she'll win that 140 love. She'll clean sweep on Bronzetti's serve. So she's already got the break. Early days here. 2-0 to the body. Jack Dempsey says Medvedev also has a great record in tiebreakers. It should be a great match. Looking forward to it. Does he? Oh, Google that. Are you telling me the truth here? He probably does. He's number 2 for a reason. Are you telling me the truth here? Medvedev, tiebreaker record. Tiebreak record. Let's have a look here. Tiebreak, having turned pro in 2014, Medvedev is one of the most exciting young players to come through. I'm very well aware of that. It's not what I'm after. By the way, I'm not denigrating Medvedev at all here, by the way. I'm not denigrating him at all. That's not what this conversation is. Oh, Barty should slap this one. Yeah, absolutely. So 15 love here. Some guys, I think it'll be close and very funny. Yeah, Medvedev does have a bit of a personality too. Like he can be quite out there as well, man. It's not like he's a quiet assassin. He definitely has the ability to let loose a bit. Not on the level of Nick Kyrgios, but they definitely both do have personality. Alrighty, so this one still has him. 1 second. Good work, Barty. Forehand down the line. Beautiful shot. Yeah, absolutely. 30 love here. This is looking too easy here, lads. I did tell you, potentially 6-0, 6-0. Career tiebreak win-loss is 47-31. So it's decent. Yeah, it's definitely fine. Career percentage tiebreaks won 80.7, 80.3, 60.3, sorry. 60.3 percentage of tiebreaks won. But then again, this website does have him as ranked number 4 as his highest ATP singles ranking. When I definitely know that he's number 2 right now in the world. That's a fault there from Barty. The Barty party. Her serve, like she's got up 30 love here, but her serve's still been a little bit shaky in this game so far. Barty there with the, oh man, I'm telling you, her serve is a little bit shaky. 30-15. It goes, Nick Kyrgios is 2-0 against Medvedev and he's paying $5. Is he really 2-0 against him? Is he really 2-0 against him? Wowee, man, wowee. That's brilliant. Okay. At $5, that's ridiculous, by the way. I wasn't even looking at the odds. I am going to have a little bit of a gander on that. Whoopa! That's a nice little ace there from Barty. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. Let's go. Nice little ace there. So that's 2 aces of reserve speed of 177 kilometers an hour. I do have to repeat though, like no one here is having a crack at any player here. We're just discussing kind of the game tomorrow because that's the big game that everyone will be talking about. I'm telling you that right now. Millman versus Zverev, great. Oh my god, Barty, bro. I shouldn't call her bro, but 40-30 here, should lose that point. Yeah, career tiebreak win-loss, 69-46 for Kyrgios. So he's at 60%. So they're very similar, but Kyrgios does have more to his name. That's a let. ZDT's g'day. G'day, mate. Let's get the Australian slingo. The slingo? The lingo going. The slang and the lingo. Slingo. There you go. It's a new word for us Aussies. The slingo. The slang and the lingo. That's a fault there. Osaka versus Barty will be a good match. Yes, they've got to get there first. Because I believe Barty actually has... Not Barty, sorry. Barty should get to... Did Barty just double fault that? Bro, her serve right now is struggling. Naomi Osaka and Barty meant to face in round 4, but Osaka does have to get past Bencic, and Barty does have to get past Georgie. Now, Barty should get past Georgie pretty easily, but Osaka and Bencic are relatively close. Bencic is ranked number 22, and Osaka is 13. But I do believe Osaka is much better, though. Barty should win this point here, surely. Surely, good forehand. Now down the line. No, back over across. Slab it, slab it, slab it. Ooh, soft shot over the cross. Cut underneath for Barty. Oh, good return from Bronzetti. Her returns are nice, bro. Her returns are nice. Good rally. Bronzetti again over the top. Hits the netting. Cuts it underneath Barty. Come on. Yes. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Keryu Chan says Bublik over Monfils is my tip at 470. Wow, big call, man, big call. But then again, Gal Monfils is not exactly the same player he used to be, so I'm not necessarily surprised at the call, mate. I'm not necessarily surprised. When is that game? When is that game? That's on today. That's on. I'm not too sure. I know I'm doing the Vukic game, and then I'm doing the Zverev and Johnny Millman game later on. So I'm not too sure if they kind of interrupt with each other. Barty here, just as for the game. for the game right now. She's got the advantage. Come on, Barty. Backhand cut. Oh, good backhand cut. Come on! 3-0. So Barty will go up 3-0 here in the first set, and she's not doing it comfortably. I just want to throw this out there for everyone. She is not doing it comfortably right now. She is doing it. She's doing it. We're doing it. But she's not doing it comfortably just yet. So, excited to see if she can really turn it on at some point here, and we can see the chains moving, because she's getting the job done, but this is an easy opponent here that she probably should be putting away a little bit easier than this. And this is why I worry about the later rounds. This is why I worry when she takes on Naomi Osaka. It's guys, is who you got to win the men's and women's. Well, for the women's, I do have Ash Barty. You can't not say Ash Barty. If you're going to say anyone but Ash Barty, you're probably looking at Naomi Osaka. Pretty much that's it. And then maybe you could look at Raducanu, but you want to stay away from saying Raducanu because she's only done it once at the US Open, and she's still very young. Not exactly there yet, but definitely could be good potential of a player. When you're looking at Raducanu, it's more about the potential. With Ash Barty, she's got the experience. She's the number one in the real world, but she doesn't have the experience of actually going and winning the final besides the one time at Wimbledon, obviously. For the men's, I don't know if these guys play each other beforehand, but I think that Rublev and Zverev are going to find each other in the final, and I've got Zverev to win. If they play each other beforehand, then it'll be Zverev will beat Rublev in my personal opinion, but I do think Rublev is a very underrated player right now for his position. I think he's ranked number 5. But people don't really look at him. They look at the Medvedev in number 2, the Zverev in number 3 kind of deal. Who's number 4 right now? Who's number 4? Alright, so game number 4 here, Barty up 3-0. That's going to be fault 1. Ryan Zargo says, I find it weird that Europe dominates tennis, yet Australia has the best women's tennis player. Yeah, look, Europe is always kind of, that's a double fault there for Bronzetti. That's the second double fault of the game, so love 15 here. Europe, this is what I tell you guys all the time, right? And this is what you've got to look for, who's the best kind of continent/area on the planet for specific sports. Whenever it is a sport about strategy and outplaying your opponent and trying to trick your opponent, North America is always going to be better at that. That's what they love to do. They want to trick you. They want to find a way to outplay you mentally, right? That's how they do it. When it comes to games that are all beautiful and aesthetically pleasing and there's a lot of respect involved and it's about kind of just looking the best and making you really appreciate the show that the players are putting on, like football, like a tennis. Then you're looking at Europe. You're looking at the European nations there because that's what they love to see. But then you go, when you want to see, when there's players that are just literally wanting to punch on with each other and who's the strongest man, who's the fittest man, who's the best man, it's all about the ego in that sense. That's when you look to the Southern Hemisphere for places like Rugby League, Rugby Union, and those combat kind of sports. UFC is also America. That's strategy too. Wow, Barty's going to get 3 break points here. Now we've got 3 break points. Come on, Barty. She's absolutely crushing Bronzetti's serve here. She's struggling on her own serve, but crushing Bronzetti's serve. So the reason why I repeat this and flog it like a dead horse, man, is because people still don't really understand this. And I'm not saying you. I'm saying people don't really understand kind of the way that the world works in regards to sport. And I know this because I watch literally everything, right? And I know that different streams come with different kind of attitudes and way you have to cover the sport. And that's why you can see in this one, we're not really bantering too much. It's more about kind of the respect and how much, like the actual love of the game, man, which is great. And this is a lot of what Europe usually does provide. That's why when someone says, like, is the Premier League audience the most toxic? Absolutely not. The Premier League audience can be very toxic, but it's nowhere near as toxic as the Australian community when it comes to sport, like rugby league and whatnot. Because Australians just love, it's just all about kind of being the better man when it comes to sport. So 40-15 here in regard, 15-40. 2 break points right now. 2 break points here for Barty. Come on. Good return there from Bronzetti. Forehand open across for Barty. Cut slice there with the backhand. Nice, yeah, that's 1. Slap it down now. Slap it, Barty. You got this. Come on. Come on. So 4-0 here. She's got the 2 break games already. 4-0 and 2 games to go here before she clutches up the set. And if you disagree with what I said there, guys, feel free. Feel free to disagree with me in the chat. Feel free to tell me in the chat that you disagree with what I said. But please back it up because I'm pretty confident in what I said. I'm pretty confident just then. Alrighty, so 4-0 here, and Barty will be serving. Like I said, she's been struggling with her serve so far, but she's still getting the game. It's usually going to like a deuce or a 40 to 30 kind of play, rather than she's won both of her opponents' serving game by 40 to love. Oh, sorry, the second one was 40-15 there, I think. No, it was 40 to love. No, it was 40 to love, sorry. It was 40 to love, so she's won both of them. Oh, and that's going to be 15 to love here to Barty, man. Barty. Come on, Ashy Barty. Man, it's such a beautiful day. I just wish there was more people there, man. But it is midday on a Wednesday, man. It is only 1 p.m. on a Wednesday right now in Melbourne. And that's going to be 30 love here pretty quickly. Okay, she might have been able to find out... she might have been able to figure out kind of... what's it called? Figure out her serving motion right now. So yeah, to answer that question, it's Goldie. If you kind of missed it throughout all that, I would definitely say I've got Zverev to win it all. Oh, that's an ace. 40 love here, baby. Whoa. 40 love here, baby. Whoa. It's guys, I think whoever wins out of Barty and Osaka wins it all. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I've got too. If Naomi Osaka is able to take down Barty, then yeah, I've got Naomi. There's not really going to be a shock result on that side unless it's Raducanu or maybe Halep. Maybe Halep. I think Halep might be decent, but she's got a pretty tough draw, I'm pretty certain. Actually, no, sorry, she's got an easy draw. That's why I was thinking it. Because Halep is on the side where, Barty clean sweeps that game there. Boom! Bing bong! That's 5-0 here to Barty, and she's going to have to try and break to win the set here, 6 love, but... You know, considering what we've seen so far, she's beaten a love 40 and 15-40, I believe, in those opening 2 games against the serve. But who do you think's going to win this, Godley? Who on the men's side of things? On the men's side of things, who do you think is going to win it? And if you say Kyrgios, it's a big call because he's got a tough draw. Let's go through him quickly here. Let's go have a look at him quickly. Actually, I want to go have a look at the men's draw anyway, see who could be coming up against who incoming. Whereas Monfils versus Bublik, that's a big call there for old mate to say that Bublik will beat him there though. Monfils and then Gavarin will be there. One second, yeah, Zverev and... Oh, wow! Okay, so Zverev and Millman, whoever wins that will face the winner of the Radu Albot versus Vukic game tonight. So, providing a shock and Millman gets the win over Zverev, it could be 2 Aussies seeing each other in that 3rd round there. But obviously it probably won't be happening there. Herkac versus Manarino, Karatsev versus McDonald. Where is... Oh, Nadal versus Humpman is tonight, later on. Demonor versus Machizak. That should be a pretty easy win there for Demonor. Demonor's actually got a pretty good straight. He's got a really good straight, but he will have to come up in that 4th round against either Andy Murray or Sinner. And I actually truly believe that Murray will get there. And I'm not going to lie, lads, I've actually got Murray to go quite a distance. You know, I actually think Murray will surprise. I think Murray will surprise. I don't think he's winning it all, but I do believe that Murray will be able to get past Demonor there to get into the quarterfinals. I was too far there. Wow, I'm surprised that was in. Straight down the guts here from Barty. Come on. Barty with the forehand down the line. Shot. Beautiful deep shot there. Just hitting the baseline. So love 15 here to Barty. Love 15 to Barty here in his 6th game of the set. What's the other one here? Where is Francis Tiafoe versus Fritz? Tiafoe versus Fritz. Fritz is probably the favourite there. I would nearly bet on Tiafoe. there. Tsitsipas versus Baez is too easy, man. But it should be Tsitsipas versus Dimitrov. That'll be a good game right after in that 3rd round. So 15-15 there. And then Cilic versus Gambos. Cilic versus Rublev will be interesting, but Rublev should be able to get through that one. Oh, damn it. Rinderknecht beat Popyrin last night. Spewing. Didn't even know that. So 15-15 here. And that's going to be a fault. Voltornos. O'Connor versus Schwartzman soon. Kyrgios versus Medvedev. And then they have to play Gasquet, who's okay, and Van den Sandschulp. And then he'll more than likely have to play Schwartzman at some stage. So unless O'Connor can knock out Schwartzman today. Oh, good shot there from Bronzetti. Across body. Slap it back into the same area. No, good work, Bronzetti. That's 30-15 here. That was a really good return there. Little Nas says, don't you live in Tonga? No, I live in Fiji, mate. I live in Fiji. Ryan Zaga says, titty pass. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, mate? What's wrong with you? Yeah, so Kyrgios would have to, if he gets through to that fourth round and shocks tonight against Medvedev, he would have to come up against, more than likely, Schwartzman. He's actually got a pretty easy straight besides Medvedev. He's actually got a relatively easy run. If he can get past Medvedev, Kyrgios could dead set go deep into this tournament. But it just comes down to tomorrow night beating Medvedev. Come on, Barty. Gets the volley. Straight down the guts. Oh, she's going to win that one, Bronzetti. Yeah, absolutely. So 40-15 here. She might be able to win this game. She might be able to win the game here. Unfortunately, that backhand was probably the wrong way. She probably needed to cut that one back. Instead, she hits it straight back to her, and then Bronzetti gets an easy forehand. I'd be really trying to force the backhand there if I was Barty, or just cutting it straight down in front of the net. You know, just a short little, you know, down short, not straight back to her where she can slap a forehand. Whoa! Bronzetti with the ace, and she will win the game. So, Barty now to serve for the set, but it is 5-1 here to Barty. Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. If you want to get involved in the chat, just subscribe, refresh the stream, and then you can chat away. Chat away. But 5-1 here to Barty. So 3 aces so far for Barty. At least this is working tonight. Last night that wasn't really doing anything. Last night I was struggling. Double fault was 2 for Bronzetti, 1 for the Barty party. So Barty up 5-1 right now. 30 rounds. This tennis is hard to commentate. No, not as hard as I thought it was going to be. Not as hard as I thought it was going to be. Bronzetti, this should be an easy slap down here. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff there by Barty. Just gets the nice little half volley and slaughters it down into the corner there. Oh, I thought it was going to be way harder to commentate than this. But, you know, we go in when we need to. We go out when we don't need to talk about it. We just alert to the point. And then we come back. You know, it is what it is, man. So 15 love here to Barty. Oh, that's a fault, absolutely. But it's actually a lot easier to commentate about tennis than it is on streams than it is some other sports, actually. Because unfortunately with the NBA, you need to know every single player's name, which I do obviously, but you need to know every single player's name. You need to know the styles of play that certain teams are playing with. You've got to know everything about what's been going on recently and players injured and all that kind of shit. With this, you just talk about what's going on. You'll update everybody about what's going on in the game with a Barty point or a Barty set win, game win, whatnot, whatever. And then you go back to talking about what Kyrgios is doing, or you go back to talking about what Millman's doing tonight. You go back to talking about the Naomi Osaka. You go and have a look through the draw. It's not something where you just got to tell everyone exactly what's going on the game, because most people are actually watching it, and if they're not watching it, they're seeing the stats over there and they're seeing the points down there. If guys, is Mike Tyson with Jake Paul thoughts? Mike Tyson probably taking a fall. ZDT says, as long as you know when to commentate on things and know what you're talking about, it's simple to commentate tennis. Yeah, absolutely. I think it was just before coming into it, I thought that it was going to be a bit of a struggle, because most of the time when you're listening to the commentary here watching tennis, they're not talking during... By the way, she's going to clean sweep it here, and it's going to be 3 set points here. Wait 1 second here. Ooh, fault. They don't usually... Oh, sorry, that was a double fault by Barty. Okay, so 40-15 here. They don't usually talk during the game, right? So this is so different commentary to what you would normally hear, and that makes sense over there. But for me, obviously, I can't show you the game, so I have to commentate and talk throughout the entire time. This is a lot more difficult than what they have to do. This commentary, the commentary that they do, like, man, that is simple shit. That is simple. And then, after all that, obviously, to be a commentator, you need to go, by the way, set point, bump, 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 Barty wins the first set. Easy day, 6-1, dominated that one. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. Barty wins the first set, 6-1. Easy. But you obviously need a journalism degree to get to where you are here. And I heard the commentary before saying for Badosa, this is the furthest that she's ever been, I believe they said. The furthest that they've ever been is what I heard. And I was like, yep, nice journalism degree there, mate. Justin Sunderland says, Barty dominating. Yep, she is. 48% first serve for Barty, 57% first serve for Bronzetti, 3 aces to Barty, 1 ace to Bronzetti, 2 double faults each, 11 winners for Barty, 3 winners for Bronzetti, 8 unforced errors from Barty, unfortunately. She needs to lock that down with 5 to Bronzetti. Break points 1, 2 from 3 for Barty, 0 from 0 for Bronzetti, and net points 1, 6 from 7 for Barty, 0 from 1 for Bronzetti, and total points 1, 27 for Barty, and 12 for Bronzetti. Ryan Zargle says, who do you think is the most well-known Australian sporting athlete? Are you talking about currently, or are you talking about overall? Because that will change that question completely. So that was only 26 minutes, that set. That was an easy one there. Jay Hayes says, I'm going back to bed, catching in about 4 hours. Yeah, we'll be back on in about 4 hours for the next one, which is Vukic. Vukic versus Albot. I don't know if it's Albot or Albo. Because sometimes those kind of names can be like Albo. Albot, Albo, I'm not too sure. Each way Albo. Yeah, I'm not too sure how to pronounce that one. Justin Sutherland said, I don't know why, but Shane Warne popped in my head for that question. Overall, Ryan Zargle says, we've had this conversation before. We've had this conversation before. Like you got to go throughout history. You've got players like Tim Cahill. You've got players like Shane Warne. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to ask you again as well. Are we talking about worldwide, or are we talking about within Australia? As in, like 2 Australians or worldwide? Because that will differentiate the question as well. Because worldwide, you're probably looking at someone like a Leighton Hewitt, Kathy Freeman. Kind of player, or Europe is different because they're probably looking at like a Harry Kewell kind of deal. No, I think Timmy Cahill in the football world would probably be the one that everyone remembers. So the second set has started here, by the way, guys. But if you're looking within Australia, I'd probably say Leighton Hewitt. Ryan Zucker says if he's French, it's probably Albo. I don't think he is. I think he was Italian. They're playing tonight. I should go. I'll look at this now. No, he's Belgium, so it probably is Albo or something like that. Albo, something maybe like that. Belgium and French are pretty. Oh no, it's Moldova, which I'm pretty certain would be similar anyway. I'm pretty certain Moldova and that kind of what I think that kind of style. I think that would be how you probably pronounce it. So 15 love right now to Bronzetti, but within Australia, I would make an argument for Leighton Hewitt. I would make an argument for, honestly, truly, Anthony Mundine. I know it sucks to say, but people know him. Everyone knows Anthony Mundine. You would be definitely looking at Timmy Cahill. People are going to argue People are going to argue the likes of Schwarzer and the likes of Harry Kewell and whatnot, but I'm sorry, it's not. It's just not as big as Timmy Cahill. Timmy Cahill is the most known Australian football ever. Jimmy Bill says Greg Norman will be up there for worldwide. Greg Norman, absolutely, the shark. Yep, Greg Norman will be there. I think he's probably more known overseas than in Australia. Even though Australians definitely do know Greg Norman, don't get me wrong, but I guarantee you that he's probably more so. If you're going to do a list of the top 10 Australian players known worldwide, he'd be there. But if you're saying top 10 Australian players regarded by your own country, then you're probably not looking at Greg Norman. So 30 to 15 here, because not many people obviously get around. Not many people get around necessarily golf in this country. Ryan Zargle says Stevie Smithy maybe. Unfortunately, Stevie Smith is locked down to the subcontinent of India, Pakistan, and the likes of then Australia, and then maybe to an extent England, obviously. But besides that, when you're thinking about worldwide, you've got to really be incorporating everything and really kind of going around. That's why you could look at UFC fighters as well, but then again, UFC is still not huge in regards to that. In regards to Australia specifically, like I wouldn't say like a Volk or whatnot are up there just yet. But over time, you've got to look at a sport that every country looks at. That's why Kathy Freeman is a shout. Kathy Freeman will always be a shout because it's the Olympics. Everyone's involved. Everyone remembers that from 2000. Well, anyone who kind of gets around the running will always remember that moment in 2000. But then again, that was a big moment for us, and that's what I'm saying. It starts to come back to, wait a second, that's just are we thinking too highly of it because it's us, when Americans, they couldn't care less about that? Well, they remember that because they'll probably remember somebody else. You know, they'll remember another moment for America's history. That's the only problem with looking at the Olympics, because it's a very individualised sporting concept. So Bronzetti will win that first game there, so it should be at 1-0 now. But yeah, for Steve Smith, it is anyone who's cricket is too locked down to a certain area. Because the entirety of North America and South America and Africa, not a single person there Steve Smith could go out and pretty much no one will know who he is. Ryan Zarkin says Ash Barty is a shout as well. Too much recency bias, I think. I think it's too much recency bias there. I think Lake Hewitt beats out Ash Barty for that. Justin Sutherland says, according to ESPN, Ben Simmons is the most famous sports person from Australia. That's really recency bias too. But then again, everyone from Europe a lot of people from Europe follow basketball, the NBA. Australia does, New Zealand does, Asia does, China does, South America does, North America does. It's probably the only sport worldwide that everyone kind of does follow in some aspects. So I guess Ben Simmons probably would be, especially with the bullshit that's happened the last year. Definitely would have rocketed him up individually. Gary Abbott's pretty famous in Australia. My guy, you take him to the Gold Coast. Remember when he was at the Suns? Are you talking about Gary Ablett Jr. or Senior? Because Gary Ablett Jr. could go to a coffee shop in the Gold Coast and probably could if he wore a hat and no one would recognise him. Or even if he didn't wear a hat, a lot of people aren't going to recognise Gary Ablett, mate. You're thinking too much in regards to Victoria and Western Australia and South Australia. It's just like, look, if Cameron Smith went out in Melbourne, I guarantee you a lot of Victorians don't know who Cameron Smith is in rugby league. And so unfortunately, no, I would disagree with you. ZDT says, I saw a video of Zampa and Smith in New York and no one knew who they were. That's what I'm saying. New York? New York, yeah, no one's going to know who Stevie Smitty and this is a friend of mine. A friend of mine told me as well, that's going to be a fault there. 15-15 right now in this second game here, the second set for Barty. She's serving. But a friend of mine who used to actually play a bit of rugby league, but went over to America, he went to Las Vegas and actually had a business there. Partying business, and he knew a lot of the... Oh, here we go. Easy, Barty. Bolski! Yeah, baby. Woohoo! Easy days. Josh Giddey has potential, but come on. He's got potential, but not in regards to what we're talking about here. What was I saying? So he created a business over there, party business. You know those Gold Coast businesses where they give out like the nightclub tours and whatnot? I think he did that in Las Vegas. Anyway, because he knew a lot of rugby league players, they would go over there to Vegas and think they're the big deal. Because in Australia, in New South Wales, you go to a club and everyone knows you. You know, everyone knows you. You know, you're a Latrell Mitchell or a Anthony Milford, even though Milford's not that. But even Milford, you know, people will go up to you and you're like the world famous. But you go to Las Vegas, no one gives a shit who you are, mate. No one knows who you are. No one gives a shit who you are. Unless your name is Derek Carr or, you know, someone or DeMar DeRozan or big players like that. I guarantee you, even a lot of European footballers, like even some people would recognise Messi. So Barty will win that game there. People will recognise Messi, and Messi and Ronaldo, but I guarantee you Sergio Aguero probably wouldn't be recognised much there. I guarantee you, there'll be big time players like, there'll be massive players that people don't necessarily know, Vincent Kompany and stuff like that, who just simply wouldn't get recognised in places like that because it's not a big sport in America. Ian Thorpe is a huge one, Jimmy Beale. That's a huge shout. The Americans all know him too. They know him. Yeah, yep. The Americans definitely know a good old Ian Thorpe. The old Thorpey. America is a big target audience for sport, man. 360 million people, man, and a lot of people watch on their sports. You've got to take them into account when you're thinking about this kind of question. Oh, that's gone into the netting there for Bronzetti. So it's going to be at Love 15 here. Ryan Zucker says, the most famous Australian athlete is obviously not Queen Gutho. The fact that he's called King Gutho and not a single person thinks that he's even close to being... He's probably not even the best Parramatta Eels player right now. He's probably not even King of Parramatta right now. That's why it's funny to listen to King Gutho nonsense. Oh, good serve, Bronzetti. Wow, it's a foul. I thought that was him. Justin Sutherland says, yeah, because people don't know what cricket is in New York. I think they would know what it is, but actually maybe not. I tell you what, Chicagoans probably wouldn't know what cricket is. It's very easy to explain to them because obviously baseball is very similar to cricket, but John Boy is helping out. John Boy is a big baseball YouTuber who does a podcast of baseball, and he's helping out America really understand the game of cricket right now. But he's doing the New Zealand 2020 League, which is really strange. Really odd. Really, really odd. Like, if anything you're going to do, you'd be thinking the IPL or the BBL. You wouldn't be thinking about the New Zealand BBL version 2020. So, love 30 here to Barty right now. Trying to break her down again here, Bronzetti. And it should be easy here. Good cut there. Yep, easy. Bronzetti doesn't get enough size. She doesn't get enough, height on her returns is what I would say. The height is what's really struggling overall for her, in my personal opinion. She's not getting that decent length to it underneath, which is the problem. Ryan Zargo says, yeah, best para player is Moses or Papali'i. Well, Papali'i's not there anymore. Is it West Tigers, isn't he? I don't think Papali'i's there anymore. I think you fumbled the bag, didn't you? Or am I wrong? Am I forgetting? Am I wrong? Jimmy Bill says, where did King Gutho come from? Parramatta. The simple answer is Parramatta fans. Parramatta. They are something special in Parramatta. They are something special. So Ash Barty will win that game. It is 2-1. She does break her down, baby. She does break her down. So it is 2-1 here to Barty in her second set. Cheers to that. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Get around it. Obviously, don't forget, guys, we do have 2 games tonight. Vukic versus Albo. And the big one, Zverev versus Johnny Millman from Australia. That should be a good one. Should be a good one there. But yeah, Justin, probably Ben Simmons is probably right now regarded as the number 1 around the world. But there's other ones that we wouldn't be thinking about here. There's other ones that we wouldn't be thinking about. But that probably tells us everything we need to know. Amelia Case says, hi. Hello, Amelia. How we doing? Man, I can't get enough of that day in Melbourne right now. I tell you what, when it's a beautiful day, Melbourne is one of the best cities to go to. You know, when it's a really, really beautiful day, Melbourne is one of those cities that just is able to capture so much. You know, when you go to Sydney, it's fine, but it doesn't have. I just don't have the same feeling. Definitely not Brisbane. But Melbourne just has something special about it when it's just absolutely pitch perfect. Jimmy Bills, I'm a New South Wales fan. Even I know the only king is Wally Lewis. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Unfortunately, I think his name's getting relatively forgotten, though, which is sad in the rugby league community. I think people are starting to realise that he didn't really play rugby league on a NRL level. He mainly actually played Queensland Cup and dominated, and then obviously is famous for his State of Origin days. But I think Wally Lewis's name is actually getting tarred a little bit, which is disappointing. But then again, that's what happens with time, man. You know, Wilt Chamberlain has been completely, basically forgotten. A lot of the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the NBA has been really kind of gone downhill. You know, new generation, this is what Dwayne Wade was saying, that people will forget Michael Jordan. Now, that's different. People are not going to forget Michael Jordan. Dwayne Wade is full of shit there. But there are players who you regard as the best now, that in 20 years' time, 30 years' time, the new generation will come through, and they'll be like, so who is Andrew Johns? You know, who's Darren Lockyer? And you'll be like, are you shitting me? Because a lot of the older generation now say that about us when we were growing up, is that when they say someone like Bob O'Reilly, right? Used to be a big Parramatta player, I believe. Bobby O'Reilly, I know this because I did my draft series. And a lot of the older generation will be like, and they'll say, oh yeah, the big Bob O'Reilly. And you're just like, who? Who you talking about? You talking about David Fafita? What are you talking about? We talking about Papa Lee? You talking about big Papa Lee? You know, what are we doing here? And then they're just like, how do you not know who Bob O'Reilly is? We will see that in 20, 30 years' time when the next generation comes through and they'll be like, who is Shane Webje? Who is Gordon Tallis? Gordon Tallis, he sounds like a flop. And you'll be like, you shut your mouth. You shut your dirty mouth. Jimmy Bell says, Gutho would be the king's whipping boy. Gutho is the class clown, mate. He is the class clown. Unfortunately, Parramatta fans have actually done to Gutho. That's an easy win there. So 3-1 here to Barty right now. 3-1 to Barty. Unfortunately, Parramatta fans actually did Gutho dirty. Because they came up with this stupid nickname, people actually dislike him more because of it. It actually ruined him because he's actually a decent player. He's not a great player, but he's a decent player. And because Parramatta fans have gone into their little warped world over there, everyone is now off him and thinks he's worse than he actually is, when he's actually a good player. He's not fantastic. He's a good player nonetheless. He's a good defensive player. Nothing special. But because Parramatta fans have done the opposite of what they actually intended. They really wanted to get the whole rugby league community kind of getting behind Gutho. Instead, they've actually made the whole NRL community hate him more than probably is necessary. So Bronzetti here, serving to try and stay in the game right now, but that's going to go, again, not enough height. She's not getting over the net right now. She is getting it within... she's getting the aim right. She just can't get the height of her returns right. So love 15 here. Love 15. But you tell a Parramatta fan, they'll be like, nah. You'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, nah. You'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, nah. That's exactly how they sound too. Oh, good return from Bard. That's a brilliant lob over the top of Bronzetti there. So we love 30 here. That is a brilliant lob over the top right there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. 4 likes away from 20, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Love 30 right now. And Barty's got this one. Oh, that's unlucky. Just went bounced backwards. Lukey says 6% of people think that Bronzetti's going to win. Yeah, look, I think they just think the trolls or just Muppets. You know, we get a lot of them. We get a lot of them, Lukey. I don't think anyone truly believes. It could be someone from Italy maybe backing in Bronzetti, but anyone who's voted Bronzetti there, you are a Muppet. You are a Muppet. But she's done well here to at least get a game under her belt in both sets. It's not like she's been beaten 6-0, 6-0, which is what I predicted. I predicted the last game for Barty perfectly, which was 6-0, 6-1. I said that exactly. But this game, I said 6-0, 6-0, but Bronzetti's done a decent amount here to be able to withhold and at least get a game in each set. In each set. She won the first. Barty won the first one 6-1 and is about to probably win this one 6-1 here because Bronzetti is about to give up another break point here. 2 break points right now for Ash Barty, and surely this is the one here. Yep, easy, easy baby. Boomski! So it's 4-1 here now. Barty serving to make it a 5-1 ball game. Ryan Zarkis is the one who actually came up with the King Gutho. Maybe the fans. No, it was the fans. No. There was no maybe. There's no maybe the fans. The only people who were stupid enough to come up with something stupid like that is the fans. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. There's no question there. No question. Not a question. Alrighty. Alright. This is going to be a pretty quick one here. This will be over in probably, I'd say, 10 minutes. 10, 15 minutes, I'd say. Probably. I'd honestly give it 10. She's winning each game probably about 3. It'll be a 2 minute or so break and then another 3. So it'll probably go for another 8 minutes or so here, and then it's all done and dusted. And she'll be into the next round. Geez, that's a really dodgy shot they just showed. You can see right up her shirt. What the shit cameraman was doing there? And why would they go to that? I swear that was a dodgy camera angle, man. You could see dead set right up her shirt. That is really odd of a camera angle they just showed on the screen there. That was very odd. Alrighty, so 6-1 here, Barty, and 4-1 here in the second set. Obviously, if you don't know, women's games are only 3 sets. They are only the 3 sets here. And good serve. So that's going to be an ace there. Nice little ace of 15 love. Lukey says, cheers, mate. Up the bunnies. Get around the bloody NRL coming up. You thought I was going to say the bunnies. No, sir. No, sir. I'm actually wearing my Gold Coast Titans hat right now. Get around it. Get around it. I look like I'm up it now, though. I'm going to turn it back around. I don't know why I kept going with it. But very excited for the NRL. Obviously, we've got the NRL content coming back on the channel as of Monday. On Monday, we've got some NRL videos coming back, and obviously we do those streams, so I'm pretty keen for the NRL season. And we've got the All-Star coming up in about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. 2.5, 3 weeks until the NRL All-Stars game, which should be fun to watch. Oh, Barty can't get that one. So it's going to be 15-15 here. But the Bunnies are an interesting team this year, Lukey. Very interesting team. Don't know how to call them, to be honest with you. Obviously, Milford there now, kind of. No Wayne Bennett. You know, different coach, no Wayne Bennett. Did I say no Wayne Bennett already? Or did I meant to say... Yeah, I did already say no Wayne Bennett. You know, very different team to last year. And obviously that grand final loss will hurt. That's the kind of... The situations that have gone off the field is the kind of thing that kind of screws teams over after losing a grand final like that. Which I hope not. I hope the Bunnies can maintain. Still got a good enough team there. I just don't know how the coaching system is going to adjust. Especially with the way the game is, but we'll see. The Bunnies are a tough one to read next year. Good ace. 40-15 here. 40-15, only 2 more games to win. Only 5 points away here from the victory. Come on. 5 points away. And that's going to be fault. Yeah, this is going on for... Wow, it says an hour and 47. It has definitely not gone on for an hour and 47, this game. All right, Barty here with the open forehand across. Nice, beautiful shot from Bronzetti on return. And, ooh, that's out. So that'll be 40-30 here. Bronzetti can actually, you know, move and groove a little bit, man. You know, she's got a bit of, she's got a bit of running in her, which is good to see. I'm telling you, Bronzetti's not a terrible player, man. She's only young. She's 23 years old. She'll learn from this. But then again, Barty is 25 years old. And she is slapping this one down. But Bronzetti hasn't been absolutely horrific in every regard. She's just not getting enough height. She's just simply not getting enough height in her returns. Which is why it's going straight into the netting. And she's not getting what she necessarily wants. And Barty there with a nice little cut. That's a good one there. Barty with the forehand. Cut that one underneath again. Good return from Bronzetti. Good return from Bronzetti again. She'll cut this one down the line. Beautiful work there by Barty. At least that had a decent bit of height to it. She's learning. That's 40-40. She is learning. Bronzetti's getting a night. She's changed it up a little bit late on. Lucy says, major chain-ups, no Reynolds nor Ben. I forgot about Reynolds too, yeah. But they'll sort it out. Weren't expected to make the grand final last year. Wrong. But got close. Second in the comp, ain't nothing. I called Panthers Rabbitohs at the beginning of the year. Ask anyone in the channel who knows. I called Panthers Rabbitohs before the season started. I called Panthers Rabbitohs in the middle of the season. I called Panthers Rabbitohs at the end of the season. I said that the Panthers would beat... No, sorry. I said the Panthers would beat the Rabbitohs going into the finals. So that's going to be AD advantage to Barty. And then in the finals, I said the Rabbitohs would beat the Panthers in that first round. Go and have a look at my tips videos. And that's exactly what happened. And then I said, but the Panthers are going to beat the Rabbitohs in the grand final. And I said that in that quarterfinal prediction as well. So... no, I disagree. I had the Rabbitohs making the grand final the whole time, but I had you losing the grand final every single time too, yeah. Eddie, I actually effectively, correctly predicted that entire final season. The only one game that I got wrong was the Gold Coast Titans versus Roosters game, because I tipped the Titans, and then I would have tipped Manly against the Titans the week after. That's going to be that game there for Barty. So 1 game away here from taking the win. 1 game away from taking the win. But yeah, I would have tipped Manly versus Gold Coast Titans the week after. So if that ball goes to Fafita there and Patrick Herbert passes the ball, I would have been 100% bing bang in the finals. Eddie wants to say that she's made it to the second round for a qualifier. Still pretty good. Absolutely. I said this before. She wasn't even meant to be into the second round. She lost the first set of that first game against Gorbachev from Russia. And yeah, she shouldn't even be here, but she is here. You know, she is here. Good on her. Good on her. And she hasn't been bad, man. So hopefully she can learn from this and improve. And that's too far for Barty, so it's going to be 15 lovely to Bronzetti. Luke, he says, I'm tennis front, feeling sorry for Bronzetti. No, I don't see it like that, man. She's going to get... You can feel sorry for her you like. She's getting 200k just for being here, mate. She's getting 200k just for getting to this... 164,000 just for getting to this part of the tournament. So... I don't feel sorry for her, man. She'll learn from this. She gets to pay for everything she needs now in regards to her trainers and whatnot. And she got further than she was expecting, so she got an extra $60,000 from what she was expecting from getting $103,000 in that first round. So yeah, she'll just use this as experience, and she'll get beaten by the better player here. And Ash Barty will move on. You know, that's just how the cookie crumbles, man. Just how it works. And she's just got to take the positivity out of it and realise she won 2 games here and actually pushed Barty early days with her serve as well. This hasn't been as easy as it looks for Barty. It has been easy, but it hasn't been as easy as a 6-1, 6-1 does look. And she looks like she might be able to win this second set here, 6-1 as well. Ryan Zargle says, 3 things that will never happen by 2100. One of them was definitely Parramatta not winning the premiership, though, so you're right. You are spot on. I know it says message retracted, but I still saw it, mate. I still saw it. Bronzetti there, good serve. Good return here with the forehand. Barty down the line. Barty again down the line. Easy days. G. Bill says, yes, you feel sorry for me being a plasterer. Yeah. She's getting 164k here, man. You know, I don't feel sorry for shit. I don't feel sorry for shit. You could get knocked out in the first round, you're getting 103,000 just for losing. You know, like the loser of the final, it's like, don't feel too disappointed for the man. They're still walking away with $1.5 million to lose the final. Like, I don't feel sorry for shit. That's going to be over the top here. Even though most of that does go to your staff, though, to be fair. All right, this is for the game here, for the match, sorry. Bronzetti, and that's the win! Barty gets the W, baby. Brap, brap, brap. She'll move on to the 3rd round to take on Georgie in 2 days' time. We will be streaming it, obviously. Now, guys, don't forget, tonight, in about 2 hours' time at 5:40pm, my time, 4:40pm, your time, we Vukic versus Albo, which is an Australian going against a Moldovan, which is a knockout. Obviously, it's a knockout to your whiz. And then also later on tonight, we've got the big one, Zverev, the number 3 ranked in the world, German, going up against our boy Johnny Millman, which is going to be a huge game there. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. I'll see you in a couple hours' time for the next game. Congratulations, Barty. Too easy there, and we'll see how she gets on. Hopefully she keeps moving and grooving, baby. Hopefully she keeps moving and grooving. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.